Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. 7 years ago, me and my family, we decided to leave Portugal and move to Germany. Me and my husband, we all plan everything together, but we always include our 8-year-old son in this plan and in the change. All of that inspired me to make a series here in the channel about moving abroad and to give you some tips and some ideas of how to adapt and how to help your family to adapt to this new situation. So stay tuned. I'm Rita, and today it's all about you. In this first episode, we are going to talk about planning the decision and talking about the idea. You have to really try to evaluate if this is what you want, if it's worth it, and if everybody in your family is agreeing about making this change. So the first thing you have to ask to yourself is why you are doing this, why you want to change. It's about what? It's about work, it's about a better opportunity for your kids, it's about security, it's about having a better life, having a better quality of life. So ask what is that make you feel that you want to change to another place. This list about pros and cons should be made together and should be discussed in the family. Here you have to include things very important like if you're gonna live abroad, you're gonna leave your family, you're gonna leave your friends, you're gonna leave the security that you already know. So everything that you already know, you're gonna leave it. It's important that you can picture yourself how you're gonna be, for instance, in a year or in 6 months. So do you have an idea how you're gonna be and where you wanna be and what kind of life you wanna have in a year? You have to make all the plan when you know already where to go. So it depends if you already have a place in your mind and you have to think about all the reasons that you want to move to that particular place. It's very important when you are planning which place you go, so you have this idea or you have this will or even it's a necessity for you to move. But it's important that you choose a place and be aware of the culture of the place, the language that they use in that place, the work opportunities that they have there, school and education system, how it works, health system, and choosing particularly a city or a village that can offer you things, that can offer the lifestyle that you would like to have. You have to research about what kind of people and if they are kids friendly, if they are foreigner friendly, what kind of public transportation, what kind of society they have. So this is important for you to make all the questions that you want, and I tell you that the best thing is to write it down. Write it down first, pros and cons, and then write every question that you and your family have, and then research in everything that you can, in blogs, in vlogs, in videos, in the websites of each city or each country, and read about it, read things about it, watch everything that you can, like a documentary if you find one. Try to make sure that you answer all the questions that you and your family have about this place. Another thing that you have to do is to think about the cost of life in that place. So research the specific costs of life for the first month. It's important that you try to know exactly, for instance, the house rent and the expenses with the normal things for a house, like electricity, like gas, water, heat, and so on. Think about how you're going to solve the problem of the furniture. Are you going to get a house with furniture? Is it possible? Is it easy to have it? Try to make a list of all the small things that you need for your house, all the things that you're gonna need for your kids' education in terms of expenses, of course. Try to see how you're gonna do about transportation. Is there a place that has a public transportation? How much they cost? Do you really need to buy a car in the first times that you are there? How is the food costs? And other extra things that you will need, at least in the first month. And then double it, because I can guarantee that even if you think about one value and one number that you're gonna spend that thing in the first month, it will always be double. Because there's always things that you are not expected, because there are always things that you didn't know. So you don't want to risk anything, particularly if you are going with a whole family. And the best thing is to think that there's always unexpected expenses that you're gonna have. After you do all these exercises, you have to sit and talk with your children or with your teens. So it's important for you to make them understand what is going to happen, to try to prepare them the best you can about this change. So involve them in the same videos or the same movies or documentaries that you are watching about all the research that you are doing, and involve them in everything that you are planning with your partner. And it's important for you to understand that it's totally different from this kind of change for an adult and for a kid or for a teenager. Sometimes there are other things, and there are other people in your family, not the nuclear family, that can be difficult for them to accept your decision. Again, try to explain why you are doing this. Be sure, be conscious that first you have to know exactly by yourself why you are doing this. These kind of decisions are not easy, and these decisions usually make you think about many things, about yourself, about your life, and about the relationship that you maintain with everybody that surrounds you. So it's important for you to be sure about the kind of relationship that you have with your partner. It's important for you to build a close relationship with your kids. And if in the end of everything, in the end of planning, in the end of thinking about all the pros and cons, in the end of evaluate all the situations, if you decided that this is not the time or the place to live with your family, it's okay. But I'm sure that you learn a lot from this experience, and maybe you just need to change something in your life to make you feel a little bit better. And that change doesn't mean that you have to change to another place. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you subscribe to the channel, share with a friend, and I'll see you next time for the second episode of this series, Moving Abroad. See you then. Bye.